ladies and gentlemen, trans and non-binary punks of all ages and denominations. Welcome back to season 4 of Not Just a Phase. Thanks for letting us do this for about 4 years now. It's absolutely crazy. Thanks for joining us and being here on this crazy planet we call Earth. Let me get our plugs out of the way real quick if you're new here. And even if you're not, I got to do it. We're online at notjustaphase.net. We're on Instagram and TikTok at notjustaphase worldwide. We are tweeting some nonsense occasionally at NJAP worldwide. And you can come see our faces and bonus contents now on Patreon at patreon.com/notjustaphase worldwide. Today's show is going to be a good one. Please welcome back to our microphone the meme queen and Screamo enthusiast Vicky. She's making memes at Screamo_affirmations, booking shows at RMSKRMZ. She's a music
Roma.
journalist.
It's
Go for it.
Roma Scrams.
I was spelling out the proper Instagram tag so they know where to follow it.
You're the best.
Yes. She's a music journalist writing for multiple magazines and now the lead vocalist of a crazy band called Rescue Cat. And I'm always happy to have her expertise on the mic. Vicky being on the show usually means that the Not Just a Face microphone is back on tour in Italy. And so she's going to introduce our guest for today.
Sorry to have interrupted you with my smart ass.
All good, all good. Yeah, I was just doing spelling so they knew exactly where to find it. I know it's Roma Scrams, but it's RMSKRMZ on Instagram. So
I didn't think you'd know. Not many people understand. But yeah, I'm so happy to be back. This is an immensely special episode as we're getting to chat with what can be considered as one of the faces up on the Italian Mount Rushmore of Screamo. That's what me and my friends call it, at least. Formed in Forlì, Emilia-Romagna, 1999. This is a band that helped shape 2000 Screamo as a whole and still is a cream of the crop inspiration for those who have been carrying the torch since then. Safe to say the whole of Italy's underground shook to the core, including me, hearing that they're back after a few years off the grid. And we're just as happy and proud to have them here on the show. So we have Michele Camorani from the band Raein on Not Just a Face podcast.
Hi, I'm Michele from Raein. This song is Se la notte sogno, sogno di essere un maratoneta. And this is Not Just a Face. Thanks for having me, and thanks for the nice introduction.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on the show today, man. How you feeling?
My pleasure. I'm excited. I haven't done anything like this in a very long time, so even a bit nervous.
Oh, I always get a little bit of jitters before I do this myself, and I've done over 100 episodes at this point, so it's completely understandable.
So you're super chill.
No, God, no. I, I, I I am the very opposite of
Never.
super chill. Yeah,
Never been.
I don't know how to chill, quite honestly, but for um for our listeners who might not be watching and just listening, could you just state your name and what role it is you play in the band?
My name is Michele Camorani, Mike tonight, as we agreed on, and I play drums in Raein.
Yes, thank you for letting me just call you Mike so I don't butcher your name every single
No
time.
problem.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, consider that my wife is American,
Okay.
so we go to the US quite a lot, and I turn into Mike quite often, so it's fine.
As soon as you cross the border, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's awesome. So where exactly are you from and what's the scene like in your surrounding area?
I'm from a very small town called Forlì in the north east coast of Italy, central north east coast, and it's pretty close to Bologna, which is way more popular. But as I always said, it always had a great scene because being the one of the most boring city uh, in the country, the only thing we had to do was just practicing and go to shows in other cities. So it always had a very good and quite big for how many few people for the little few people that were involved in the scene. So many bands, very interesting.
So are they far off from you then, Vicky? I'm guessing close-ish.
So originally I'm from the center, but now I live in Milan, which is up north, a
Mhm.
little slightly more up north than them, but it's like, I mean, it's weird because every single region has a mind of its own here, even though the country itself is not that big. But for instance, me and Michele speak like two completely different dialects in Italian, I would say.
Different accent for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But we're not that different. Like if now I were to drive to where he is, it would just take me a couple hours. It's not like in the US where you would have to drive a week just to go at the border.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was curious about. You're just a couple hours apart then, eh?
Yeah.
So Mike, do you listen to any podcasts in your free time?
I do a lot. Yeah,
What are
I'm
you
a
listening
big
to?
podcast fan. I would say 90% of geopolitical stuff. So basically, some dystopic shit at the moment.
All right.
Yeah,
Like
I should
Italian
not. I
spoken,
should take a break.
Would you ask Vicky?
if they're Italian spoken or international.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mostly Italian podcasts.
Hmm.
Just to make you really sad to start the day. Some world
Yeah,
news.
anxious. Yeah, sad, anxious,
Dreadful day.
worried. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Get your
On
morning
a
cup of
daily
dread.
basis.
Just get your morning cup of dread to start things off.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you just wake up and you look at the news and you're like, okay, I'm sure there's some podcast about this shit that's going on.
Well, outside of those podcasts and your band, what other hobbies and passions are occupying your free time currently?
Um, I mean, I have a job that I love and that takes a lot of time. I run a screen printing shop, so I get to work with a lot of bands and artists, which is very exciting. And I love cycling. So all very time-consuming passions.
So that's why you couldn't do the podcast until 9 in the evening because it's
Yes, because I just got yes. Yeah,
work
I got
up.
out of work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same. Okay, so let us address the elephant in the room, which is, of course, the band reuniting after quite a few years of hiatus. So, welcome back, Rain. It's very good to see you in this
thank you.
timeline. We have so many questions about this, but first and foremost, we wanted to ask, how are you guys feeling about it?
Like super excited. Like I mean, we've been asked for quite a while to play some shows, and we stopped in 2016 because we had some. I mean, some people in the band have some personal issues, so we were like, okay, let's take a break. Don't worry. And then more stuff came out, and so we were just not capable of practicing or even seeing each other all together at the same time. So we never said we are quitting, we are not gonna play anymore. We just basically stopped talking about it for a while. And the past few years, a friend from Venice kept asking to play at this very popular festival in Italy, Venezia Hardcore. And last year, we were all basically around town at the same time, and we were like, "What if? Let's give it a try." It's been last year. It was 20 years since in a podcast our LP came out, and we're like, "Oh, it would be kind of fun to just like mostly play those songs which are so old and which we haven't played in very long time." So we just tried, and we had so much fun while practicing that we got even more excited before the show. And then we played that show, and we did not expect so much enthusiasm and so many people uh, like being into the show, and so it was very rewarding and exciting. And then after that, we did another benefit show because there was a big flood in our hometown. So we were very like, we wanted to give our try to help a little bit, and that show went great too. And so basically we were like, okay, I guess we were back. Everything is going great. We were having so much fun. Why not? And yeah, and then we played another like a mini tour, but just Italian shows. I mean, you were there a few times, and yeah. So now we're planning new things.
So, I wonder how did it feel rehearsing again for the first time? So, you just came into the rehearsal space, just looking at each other and be like, let's play again. Like, where do you start after
Yeah,
taking,
basically, yeah.
like, what did you start practicing first? Did you just jam it out or just start playing the songs?
I think basically the as it always started like every song and every practice, the two guitar player meet each other and you know and get off how can I say, get some rust off them to get used to play the same awesome old song. And then I joined them because drums is so much easier to remember, especially if you don't have to change tuning every other song. And yeah, within a pad orchestra, it was more than a technical issue. It was more like a physical issue because we were so young when we wrote those songs, and maybe more energetic. So we were like, are we still gonna be able to do this in a row? And yeah, it worked. Um, Actually, while we were practicing in the pad orchestra, we also started practicing more recent songs, but just for our, just to for us to enjoy, and that's why we decided to play more shows with a more recent and um, like some songs that represent us more, which are the more recent. Yes.
Which is silly because even the most recent ones are like 8-ish years old at this point.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They're super old as well, but
But
I
still,
guess at some point
that's still more.
we, yeah,
So, as you said, I was there when you toured Italy recently, both as a spectator first, because I saw the first ever Venezia Hardcore headlining show. That was crazy. Like people couldn't even get into the room. It was fully stacked. Nobody could get in, nobody could get out. And then I saw you in Milan, and then I booked a show for you in Rome. All the 3 times, I don't think I've
yes.
ever experienced such a sacred and a special atmosphere at a screamo show. Some of my friends that were in the scene before me have seen you already around 2016 or something. Uh, but then there was lots of people like me coming from like not having ever seen you live. There was some people coming from Singapore, people coming from the States. There was also like this combination of the old school diehard fans and the super young new screamo fans who maybe discovered you during COVID or while you guys were on hiatus. So I was wondering, how's the energy now playing these songs from your past to all these new younger ears?
That part was the most exciting, like to see so many young people. It was very like refreshing. Um, and I was not expecting that because I kept going to punk shows, like more or less, of course, during COVID, not that much, but like I still go to shows, and I realized that people are way older than it used to be, like when I was listening, when I was younger, basically. And I realized that this scene, it's different. Like it's so much younger, so it's so fresh. It gave me like a boost of energy, and yeah, I was very, it made me feel like proud of what I did, and also very very curious to know new people, which are so different from me because they are so much younger than me, but at the same time we have so many things in common, and that's great. So I made new friends that are like, I don't know, 15 years younger than me, and it's very refreshing, very, very interesting.
I mean, I think it's very good that you also, I mean, it's also pretty rare uh that you stuck with the punk scene despite, growing up and like doing grown-up stuff, such as getting a full-time job or getting married and stuff like that, but you still somehow kept in touch with what was happening in Italy. So I feel like across the years you witnessed so many screamer resurgences, but I feel like this one, the post-COVID one, was one of the bigger ones since the 2000s. Um, so for you that you've seen like the waves of the genre, the ebbs and the flows every couple of years, maybe somebody discovers the record again. Uh, Most of the times is one of your records or like Orchid and stuff like that, or uh, and there's a resurgence and lots of new screamo bands. and then it's pretty short-lived, but this time it's getting stronger with the years.
Yeah, it's very alive. I mean, there are so many old bands that are coming back together, and of course there's a little cult above some names. But even like the current band like made by young people, they have a big following, and it's great. I love that. It made me feel like when I was 20, 21, and I was excited to go see bands that were my age. And so I think it's a great moment for the genre right now, at least in Italy.
Can you tell us any similarities and differences in how Screamo and DIY were done when you first started, when you were a kid in Screamo versus the new school of the 20-something-year-olds now who are keeping it going today?
Oh yeah, the big difference, it's the number of people. It's like an average screamo shows when I was 19, 20, it was like 20 people. I always like tell that um, like basically like 100 meters from my house, we played a show. It was Larsen, which was like a band from Germany, Lucifer and La Quiete. And at the show, there were like not even 20 people. And when I tell this story, people just like start laughing. But in general, it was like just less people. At least, I mean, the genre in Italy in the early 2000 was not that big. Like in particular with Rain, to play shows with uh, with more people, we had to go to Germany or like northern Europe. When we played around here, it was not like it is now. Like I feel like now it's just a bigger scene, like with more like people going to the shows. And but the similarity, I think, like despite other like if you want to call scene, I feel that the DIY spirit is still very very alive, and yeah, that's as I was telling you, that's how I feel very still related to this work.
So you feel like back in the day, in order to play like a good packed screamo show, you'd have to move from Italy and go like to other countries. So you found more fortune in terms of like people attending when you went abroad.
Yeah. Like our very first tour with Rain was in 2003, and it was with Funeral Diner, and it started and we played one show in France with was Daitro, Funeral Diner, and Rain. And there, for the first time, we played in front of, I don't know, it's like 80, 100 people. And for us, it was like, what is happening? Like, we were not, I mean, unless you were playing at some festival here, it was very unusual to see so many people. And and the rest of the tour was in Germany, and there was a lot more of attention um, for the genre. And yeah, I mean, people that I met during the tour are still my friends. This is like something I want to add. It doesn't matter. But let me see. Are the big differences? I mean, now everything is way more professional than it used to be, especially with like yeah, you go to a show and you hear the music properly, and we and bands like care more about playing well and with like nicer instrument. We sucked back then. We had no idea what we were doing. No concept of sound.
I mean, the
Yeah,
DIY
that's a big difference.
collectives that I've seen working, even though like very often they have little to nothing to gain monetarily from it, they take it so seriously. Like they cook for the people, they buy the food, they host the people over. They are extreme. Like we had the shits when you guys were coming to Rome. Like we were super nervous. Because we take like the people who book the shows, even if it's all DIY, they take it extremely seriously because so many people are going to attend. So you don't want you really don't want to fuck it up. And that's why
Yeah,
like
maybe
and
that's yeah.
also so many people in bands and in DIY in general have studied like sound engineering or are sound techs or do sound in some sort of like professional way. And so they put it into the work they do in the bands they play in, and everything is so much more
Yeah,
professional.
yeah. This is a huge difference. I
So
guess
with
it's a
me,
good thing.
since you talked about your early show memories, do you have a favorite show or tour memory that you did as a band?
Hmm. I mean, for sure, the first show abroad, it was very special. That's the first time we met Funeral Danner, and we became very, very close to. But like the all-time favorite show, I think it was during this festival in Germany in June 2004 called SummerSlam. Is that we're basically like all the bands that we were super close to and that we loved played that festival. It was insane. Yeah, and like most band that played uh, that festival, we end up doing split with there were Apoplex Orchestra, Lucifer, The Pine, Phoenix Bodies, all at the same, and we basically did split with all these bands.
I'm trying to look it up on I'm trying to look at the lineup online, but it's giving me results
Yeah,
for a
SummerSlam 2004.
wrestling festival, so I don't think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna
That was
mention that.
the. Oh, and of course, Crimea River. Like the
Yeah,
first years of Crimea River, we basically
in
were going
Poland.
all the time. It was always great. That was very like more like um, an excuse to meet your friend around Europe.
So how are you gonna approach future abroad touring now that you're wiser and you know more about traveling abroad as a as a
with
band who
with
doesn't
more
have that.
anxiety, I suppose.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss, you
Yeah,
know?
sometimes not knowing is better. The less I know, the
Yeah,
better.
like for example, in 2009, we toured the US. Of course, we went there without like a working visa, and we didn't even care that much about having a story to tell to the custom. And basically, they figured out we were a band and we were not supposed to go there. And they stopped us for hours, interrogating us, and we were convinced they were, basically send us back or giving us a huge fine. And for some reason, I still cannot explain. They let us go and have the tour. But like, yeah, we were way more naive. And now we are older and we have more anxiety in general. So in general, it's gonna be,
So at the end, they were like,
uh, you know, like you,
so at the end, the people at the border were like, "Oh, we'll just let you in, fuck it."
yeah, you're like, you guys it looks like such dork. There's no way you're gonna make any money out of it. Just go play some house shows and have fun. Basically, that was the vibe because we really looked like idiots. And yeah. now we know more, so we're more worried. That's the only thing.
It's funny because now every single band who books a tour abroad, like they hit either you or Shizune up to have like suggestions on how to do it. And they're always like so very worried about what's gonna happen. And it's funny because you guys didn't worry at all.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
the thing about going there and like having to demonstrate that you're not a band is crazy because sometimes it's so obvious. You don't even,
especially if you are carrying merch in your
yeah.
bags and drumsticks and shit.
So sometimes you cannot even
Now
think.
I don't even, yeah,
So what now? Are you
yeah.
gonna
Now I guess we're gonna fly different flights. Yeah,
So tell us a
you
little
gotta be
bit
super
about
aware.
tell us a little bit about any shows booked for the near future coming up.
I mean, so far the only thing that is confirmed is the show in Toronto at the festival, and we are talking with a friend from Paris who's gonna help us doing some European shows at the end of April, beginning of May, but there's nothing confirmed yet. So
So
yeah, not much.
when did they approach you with the New Friends Fest?
Oh,
Was
they've
it
been sending me a lot of emails, and I've been quite bad in responding because I get so overwhelmed. But finally, they, yeah, we came. We have a phone call tomorrow, and we're gonna discuss about everything. But they convinced. They were super nice, and they convinced us to do it. Even if it's so crazy to do just one show so far.
when's the last time you played abroad with Rain?
Oh, I mean, abroad, uh, no, 2016. Yeah. I mean, overseas, 2013,
Crazy.
which was the very last long tour that we did. We did the UK, Canada, and US. It was like a 1 month tour. Oh, and Puerto Rico also, which was the
Dang.
best part.
Are you bringing wives and families along this time, or is it just you guys?
Yeah. I'm gonna like both me and the bass player and our partners are gonna have a full vacation before and after the festival.
So nice. Might as well.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not,
yeah. Take advantage once you're there.
not every day you end up in Toronto. Right, Rob?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Like big Toronto, big city. I was gonna say once you've announced that you are coming, once that you announce that you're coming over for New Friends Fest, you'll probably be able to book a few more shows around it because people will know that you're in the area, right? Like I think last time when you came down, they ended up doing a run through Canada and then into the States and all up and around. So if you really want to, it doesn't just have to be the one set at the festival.
Yeah, but I think like we like discussing with them. It was like to make it like a very special event.
Hmm.
You know, also it's so complicated. We don't have like not all of us have much time, so I'm
No, of
taking
course.
time off of vacation and everything. But
Hmm.
it's there's a lot of logistic involved to do
Right.
like a bigger tour, and we have a like a problematic situation with backlines because we use so many guitars and amps, and so it's very exhausting to organize yeah, a tour.
Yeah, I guess especially if you're planning to fly over this time to get all the gear might take its own plane trip, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think we are renting everything.
Oh, okay, that makes
over
more
there.
sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you got to book a whole flight just for gear at that point, right?
No, no, it's a you don't even you can't even imagine.
I definitely can't. So out of all the
Like
bands that
between Alessio and Beppe, our two guitar players, they have 10 guitars.
I have three guitars, and I think that's three too many. Well, it's not, but still, I
No, no,
can't imagine having
like
10.
imagine 10 guitars on stage.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy because we use so many different tunings.
right, right.
So if you don't, for us not to be basically just tuning guitar, so mostly then playing music, we had to do that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hate switching between tunings too, especially if they're big open tunings or big drop. It takes a couple minutes. It's just annoying in between,
My
right? So
God, like I play drums. I don't know how they can do that. It's so much anxiety.
I hear that. You guys have played with a lot of big prolific names from when you started coming back now, but is there a band you haven't shared the stage with yet that you'd still love to play a bill with?
Well, a band that still exists, or like a band from the past,
A band that's still active right now.
still active. Well, I don't know actually. Like one of my favorite all-time favorite band is Jerome Stream, and they're back playing shows. And
Mhm.
actually, we were supposed to play a show with them last summer in Italy, but it didn't happen. So I would like to see them live again and play together.
And you've never played with them before on the same bill?
No,
No?
no, because yeah, basically they stopped playing when we were like at the beginning.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, they didn't tour Europe back then. So
Mm. It's funny you mentioned Jerome's Dream because my next question was going to be about bands that have done reunions. Everyone's been doing it, including yourselves. You're back now playing a show here and there. Whatever the
yeah,
case may
yeah, yeah.
be, is amongst all the popular bands and not popular bands that have reunited, is there a band that hasn't done a reunion yet that you're still waiting to see and hoping for?
Well, there's a big name that hasn't done it yet, but is about to do it. We all know Orchid.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would love. Yeah, I would love to see them.
Mm.
Yeah, they are in the three names that for me is the holy grail of screamo.
I'd have to agree. They were the last band I expected to make a comeback. In fact, a week before they announced their comeback, we had interviewed Jason Green on the show, and I was debating asking if there would ever be an Orchid reunion, and I thought I'm just going to be an asshole by asking that. That'll be annoying. Don't ask him. And then a fucking week later, they announced they're getting back together, and I'm like, oh, he would probably told me no anyways. Just been like, no, it'll never happen, and then boom, it happens anyways. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I bothered Will, the guitar player, a lot
Oh yeah, I'm sure you weren't
about
the only
that.
one.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
sure-
I mean, but we were on tour with them, and it was on a daily basis. So I
Oh, I
guess it was
see.
pretty annoying.
You on a daily basis, you just guess it's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I usually like to
Can
ask.
I be annoying and ask Michele about any possibility of any of his other bands doing something together someday?
Oh, by all means, take the mic.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna do some expression.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you. You
I was gonna
we
say
lost. Go ahead.
it's even funnier if he only responds with expressions, because then only the people with Patreon can know the answer to the only the people that have access to the video will know.
And that's why you need to
Okay.
subscribe.
Yeah, so I didn't say anything basically.
Been a lot of hand gestures in this episode.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of
What do
course.
you expect?
Yeah, I know, right? I usually
Yeah?
like to ask a couple of stupider questions near the end of the interview because
Oh, my favorites.
I feel like it's something that probably you haven't been asked before if you've done even a million interviews. So
Mhm.
feel free to decline if they're just entirely too silly for you, or
I can't
or
wait.
or you can muddy up the details a bit, right? Um, I'm always curious. I always like to ask, what's the most illegal or dangerous thing you've done in your life?
Hmm.
Feel free to change some names up. You don't want to get yourself in any
Illegal.
trouble. Or dangerous, whatever's more comfortable.
I'm kind of a Boy Scout, so not
Even on the
much.
danger, even on the danger side, if you're not doing any, probably done something stupid in your life, something kind of risky.
So yeah, I mean, of course, like when it was like stupid shit. Like I don't know when I was younger, I would go to this abandoned building and walk on the roof and shit like that. But nothing very exciting to share. I'm sure there have been more interesting stories. No, I'm sorry. I'm nothing that is really worth mentioning.
You
I
really are
guess
a
we
Boy
can make
Scout.
the story about traveling to the US without a working visa to play a tour. We can make
That
that
is
one count.
that is
Yeah,
dangerous.
maybe.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, another stupid question here.
Well, now I want to think about it though.
Oh
Okay,
no,
no,
take your time though.
just,
If you no no,
no,
if
no,
you
no,
got
no.
something,
It's, go on with the other
you sure?
question.
You sure? All right. If you think of something, as you said, you're a bit of a Boy Scout, but if you think of something, just pipe in and let me know. There's got to have been something you've done
Okay.
that was stupidly dangerous. You're just not thinking of at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Um, yeah, if you think of it, just let me know. But I'm gonna jump to the next stupid one. Um, presuming you're not a pacifist, if you could punch any one person in the face as hard as you can with no repercussions, who would you punch in the face and why? One person, one
Just
punch.
one, just one
Just one. But
punch.
yeah, you make it count.
Hmm. So it's something more like uh, you know, you're not gonna really get rid of them with a punch. It's not like you
But they can't do anything but just take it, so you get the
just
satisfaction.
symbolic.
Yeah. Well, depends how
Well,
hard you hit them.
there is a politician from Italy
There we
called
go.
Salvini, and that's the first face that comes to my to my mind that I would like to punch. He's a racist asshole,
Oh, okay. I just
so he
assumed.
deserves. Yeah.
Yeah. That was so quick and easy for you. The danger and illegal stuff. You're like, I don't know. The punch right away.
I mean, if you had any lore and context to who this guy is, you'd understand why he was so smooth with it and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna punch this guy.
No, don't you agree, Vicky? Who's the first like Italian politician you would punch?
Um, I mean, it's a
Gotta
tight,
be him.
it's a tight competition between, I mean, considering I'm a woman, so I have fellow women punching rights. Also, Giorgia Meloni is somebody I would fight
Yeah, okay,
with
okay.
my own two hands. But that was a
Yeah.
good and legit answer.
It's a good question. It's a good question. I like that you threw it at Vicky too. Just to ask who she'd want to punch.
Who are we fighting?
um, another one I like to ask is some people don't necessarily believe in guilty pleasures in terms of music. but I'm curious what you listen to that could be considered a guilty pleasure, either to yourself or others.
Oh,
I see the wheels turning.
yeah, I think I have many. Yeah,
You don't know where to start.
I know. I was thinking if I can find the record, I will go and pick it up. But are you ready?
Oh yeah, go for
Phil Collins.
it. Wait, like Genesis
That's
or Phil
that's something to
Collins?
be very ashamed of.
Is it Genesis or
Sorry?
Phil Collins? Genesis or Phil
No, no,
Collins? Like
no.
his
Phil
whole.
Collins. Genesis, it would not be considered a guilty pleasure, but
I
Phil
mean,
Collins, it's unredeemable.
wow. Does it does it get worse than that? Is there something more embarrassing you listen to?
No, more embarrassing
No.
than that, I don't think so.
No.
No,
I sure
I
hope
can't
not.
get.
I sure hope not.
No, no, no.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty bad, right?
It's not great. I mean, well, hey, to each their own, right? I mean, music is music, but yeah, I sure as fuck don't listen to Phil Collins.
I mean, if another in Paradise gets on the radio, I'm not capable of skipping. I have to listen to the whole thing. Yeah, it's
So I was meaning to ask, first of all, I really like Phil Collins. I feel like he's such like cool dad music.
Sorry to hear that.
yeah,
First of
yeah.
all, I really like
But
Phil
like
Collins.
cool dad, like my dad. It's like
Yeah.
it's now it's grandpa music.
But okay, we're gonna start wrapping this up. I have just a few more future questions. First one is uh with all of this big load of career that precedes you, do you have any big goal or accomplishment you guys want to reach as a band? Like, is there any show or festival that, or country even, that you're always like, oh, I would love to do this? Just, even though you have like a 20-year career uh and counting, is there anything you'd like to do more now that you're back?
No, to be honest, like we didn't set goals or have any like specific idea. For us, the big goal was to be able to see each other again more frequently and spend more time together. Basically, that was the best part. And if I think about something exciting about the whole experience, it's just to hang out with my friends. Basically, that's it.
That's so nice because like younger bands and like people that have just started playing music, they have maybe a lot more time to like hang out every single week, spend a lot of time in rehearsal spaces, and basically they can like devote their whole youth and their whole like teenage years to the band and just spend a lot of time with it. And now like I feel like you can really understand that even the small things of having a band are still nice and worth looking forward to. You don't necessarily have to aim at a world tour. Sometimes just hanging out is nice and rehearsing is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Consider that Rain was a high school band, so we were hanging out on a daily basis. And and then things changed, so we moved out to different cities, and so we don't get to see each other that often. So it's more special when we are all together, and yeah, that's the most important part.
Yeah, to still be doing it after so long with a gang of your high school friends, that must be a fucking incredible feeling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they're my best friends, so
You're a
it's a
lucky
great
man.
feeling.
I imagine, yeah.
Rob, on my side, that was all I had to ask. If you want to finish this up.
Sure. Yeah. We're just gonna ask if you had any last goals or shout outs or causes, anything you'd want to speak on. The floor is yours, the microphone's yours, and then we'll
Um,
play an outro track and say goodbye.
I guess that we would really like to write something new. That's what I think would like to make it happen at the end of the year, to have something new to play live and to record. Yeah, I miss recording a lot. That was some of the best part in being a band, was recording songs, and that I still miss because it hasn't happened in a while.
Well, on behalf of every Screamo fan, I'm sure we'd all be very welcoming to the idea of Rain writing and recording new music.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'd all be very open to that. And yeah, I super appreciate you coming to chat with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and looking forward
Well,
to
thank you so much.
catching you when you come down through to Toronto. Then,
Can't wait.
Oh my God, are you gonna go to New Friends this year, Rob?
yeah, I'm going this year. I didn't go last year. I had a lot of shit. Why are you going?
I don't know.
I was like, what are you excited for? You're just
I was
excited for me?
excited for you
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
my friends in Radura are also going. We can
Okay.
say this, the lineup is gonna be out. So you're gonna team up with some more Italians this year as well.
Holy, it's gonna be two on the band on the list this year, eh?
That I know of, yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, "What are you excited for? You going?" No, I have to go because last year I didn't, and Elias went. I went the year. I went in 22. Elias went in 23. So I got to go 24 and see him there because he wants to go again this year, obviously. So should be a rager as it always is. Screamo
Great.
Summer Camp is it's quite the festival if you've never been and never played. Um, it's so many fucking people. It's insane. It is. It's crazy. Like for this type of music, especially too, like to have that many people in one big room is it just astonished me that like emo and screamo music could be that big. It's just mind boggling.
2024 year of the Lord, Screamo is as big as Dua Lipa.
Yo, bigger than ever
Oh
for
my God.
sure. I don't know about Tua, but all right.
We should, you know what? I want more dancing choreo in Screamo. That's what would really
Well, back I remember like a few years ago, there used to be a lot of pyramids during the shows. We should bring pyramid back.
Pyramids. How
You
you
mean
mean?
like in the audience, they would get
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and
human pyramid.
oh my God.
Like
No, we
like
don't do that anymore.
like the cheerleaders
Yeah,
geography
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kind of like that.
choreography geography cheerleaders. Yeah. Fuck.
No, ever since like hardcore became big again, they're just doing hardcore moves and mosh moves, even doing like the softest of the screamo bands. All
Yeah.
they do is mosh now, and they do spin kicks, but I have
Yeah,
not seen
I saw that during a show of ours, and I was like, oh, okay,
you, you guys are kicking each other now. I see.
okay. We did it differently, but yeah, don't hurt each other. But so we were on tour with Rain last time in California, so 2013, and the drive was very long between uh, mm, Portland and San Francisco, something like that, or maybe San Francisco. No, San Francisco, LA. Okay, so we were very bored, and one of our American friends that was on tour with us with his band pull out the marijuana chocolate. Okay, nothing too crazy,
No. No.
but we did not. Basically, we were not very um, used to do any drugs on something like easy like that. So basically, we did not know how to do it the proper way. So basically, we started eating chocolate like it
Oh
was
no.
chocolate, and nothing was happening because you have
Takes
to
a
wait
while.
for your digestion.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like, oh,
This
nothing's
edible
happening.
ate
So I guess
shit.
I'll take more. I guess I'll take more and more and more. And so we, at some point, everybody start losing their mind, laughing hysterically. And I was still not feeling anything. But back then, I did not realize that my metabolism was a little slower than anybody else. So I was like, okay, I guess I need more chocolate. All
No.
right. So at the point we get to Pomona, almost to the show, and I don't feel my legs anymore. And I get so worried and I say, guys, I'm sitting on my butt, which is like a very simple things. But what I wanted to tell them is like I felt like my body ended like with my butt and I didn't feel my legs. And then I don't have any memory. And the next memory that I have is that we are playing the show already. And I realize that I'm high and I think, okay, I'm so high. I feel like I'm going very slow. So I have to try to play music faster. So long story short, our show back then used to be like 45, 50 minutes, and that show lasted 30 minutes of pure chaos. The only one of us that didn't take anything was Andrea, the singer, and he was so mad at all of us, and he was screaming at us. The show was packed. There were so many people. We played with Loma Prieta, and it was a show really worth playing properly. And I think we never sucked so bad in front of a whole big crowd. So that was a pretty dumb things to do. And, we were very unaware of
You
such a,
basically played a grindcore show. Just started
yeah.
blasting.
And and the last part is that I was so lost at the end of the show that I'm like trying to take off the symbol, you know, my own symbols. I started crying because I could not twist the thing.
Oh shit.
And that was a beautiful scene, I suppose. So that was a very dumb thing.
I suppose you've never done edibles ever again.
Well, actually, yeah, I tried again, and it ended up the same way. I was actually I did edible like the first time, the second time, because during that tour I met what is now my wife, and for a while we did the long distance, and I told her, oh, I did edibles that time when I played. I would like to try again, but with a more, conscious approach. And I was not conscious at all. We were supposed to go. I was just visiting for a very short amount of time, and I slept 36 hours after doing that.
36?
So
Jesus.
yeah, I mean, I woke up for like 1 hour. I was
Oh
so no. After that, I decided that is not my thing.
yeah.
I guess I like chocolate too much, so I cannot just eat a little bit. I keep going.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you for sharing. I love a good edible story. Glad you never did that before
Yeah,
the
I
show
mean,
again.
they're always fun, right?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Yeah, we don't even drink. We don't even drink anymore. So.
Corrono dalle montagne, più veloci della paura di soffrire. Vestiremo splendore con la determinazione di 1000 inverni. Faremo esplodere il consenso in cielo e lo guarderemo piovere diamanti, tutte le creazioni